Published 1926 Est. 7 November 2017. Updated 1944 Est. 7 November 2017. Commuters today face the worst rail strike in decades, with staff from 5 major operators walking out over driver-only trains. Members of the Rail, Maritime and Transport Union (RMT) on Southern, Southwestern Railway and Greater Anglia will strike on Wednesday and Thursday, while a 24-hour walkout will be held at Merseyrail and Arriva Rail North on Wednesday. Hundreds of services will be cancelled, replacement buses will be laid on and services that do run will be busier than normal. Passengers have been warned. Rail services will be hit by the biggest disruption in decades on Wednesday because of strikes against 5 operators in bitter disputes over the role of guards. The biggest disruption is threatened at SWR, which only took over the franchise from Southwest Trains in August, with more than a third of services set to be hit. The RMT raised safety fears over the contingency plans of Greater Anglia, even though the industry's regulator all said it was satisfied with the arrangements. RMT General Secretary Mick Cash said the only way that Greater Anglia can be running these services is through taking serious risks with public safety, just as they did during the last phase of strike action. Rail companies are training up rail staff who have previously had no rail operational experience to stand in as highly trained guards. In some cases, staff are being bussed in by other train companies not involved in the dispute, paid a bounty and put up overnight in hotels. Commuters crammed through an overcrowded Waterloo station during a strike by Southern Rail in January. A Transport Department spokesman said the RMT is attempting to disrupt passengers as part of its political game. However, rail companies are keeping passengers moving, with a large majority of services running as planned. Southwestern Railway, almost half of the usual services will be cancelled today and tomorrow. Southern 1 in 10 services cancelled as staff hold a 2-day walkout. Greater Anglia strikes planned for today and tomorrow, but services expected to run as normal as additional staff have been trained. Arriva North, only half of the usual services will be running, and only from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Merseyrail limited service, running only from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This dispute is not about jobs or safety. Employees have been guaranteed jobs and salaries. In fact, at Southern Rail, where these changes have already been introduced, there are now more staff on trains. The independent rail regulator has said driver-controlled trains, which have been used in this country for more than 30 years, are safe. Labour has told the 5 rail operators that the party will halt any future plans to extend driver-only operations if it wins the next general election. Shadow Transport Secretary Andy MacDonald said in a letter that guards are vital for duties such as helping passengers who need assistance. Mr. MacDonald said Labour believe the railways should aspire to the safest possible method of train dispatch to ensure the maximum level of passenger service, security and safety. The letter said, "I remain concerned that in the event of a train evacuation, derailment or incapacitated driver, the absence of a guard to assist could leave passengers at risk. Similarly, antisocial behavior on trains could increase without the presence of a guard." A lone member of staff stands at an empty London Victoria concourse during strikes earlier this year. A survey of over 1,000 businesses for the Rail Delivery Group showed that almost 3 out of 4 fear rail strikes will harm the economy, with a third believing they could directly harm their businesses. The drivers' union ASLEF will announce the result of a ballot of its members on Southern on Wednesday after recommending a deal aimed at resolving its dispute with the company over driver-only trains. The proposed agreement includes a 28.5% pay increase over the next 5 years.